Yo, what's good? What to do, everyone? You know what I'm saying? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm in the broadcast room yet again. Always with another one. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, look, Merry Christmas out there to everyone. And yeah, you know, it kind of is what it is though. Let's give a big shout out to Christmas. Real talk, it is what it is. Let's give a big shout out to Christmas. And yes, you know what I'm saying? We are here and we are, doing our thing, and I hope everyone is having a safe holiday and a productive holiday as well. You know, it definitely is kind of crazy out here, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully, you got your eatables together and things like that that you're going to want to do tomorrow and stuff. And, hopefully you got your family together. And that's the main thing. Hopefully you got your family together. But yeah, though, we're going to go here today and, well, tonight. And dive off into, a lot of these things here. And yeah, the foolishness of 2023. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is, man. And yeah, let's kick this thing off. You know what I'm saying? Let's kick it off like this. The foolishness of 2023. Let's go.
Because if I was good enough, you wouldn't be with three, four, five other guys.
I should be able to date whoever I want.
That's how people get diseases. What is funny? Like, for real, you gonna laugh at me now? You don't take me serious.
A lot.
You don't take me serious. Like, that's nasty. You are the only girl that I'm with.
Listen to you.
What? I sound like a man who loves somebody. I love you.
Just a date.
Just a date. You're not supposed to be.
I'm gonna walk down the aisle with him. It's a date.
How can
Now, this young lady is talking sideways to a dude that she's actually in a relationship with, talking about she's going on dates with other men. In 2024, fellas, this type of content right here, you know what I'm saying? This type of content right here no longer needs to be presented. It no longer needs to be presented. Do not allow yourself to be lured to such degree. You know what I'm saying? It's unnecessary out here. It's unnecessary.
you go on a date with somebody else if you're dating me?
Easy. Do I just go? Like, I'm dating you, I'm dating him, I'm dating Bob. I mean, I'm dating. What?
My mom told me about you, man. And I tried to tell her that you was not that type. But she said you look like that type. You're embarrassing me. You know that?
Now, regardless of the writing here, obviously, so he even took this young lady to meet his mother, things like that, and whatever. But obviously, his mother has warned him that she's not the one, so he wants to keep pursuing. This is not the deal. This is not the deal. If your family warns you as a man that she's not the one, how about you listen? Like, just listen. Get rid of the extra baggage. Don't carry that shit into the future with you. All right?
What if What if a friend or a family member see you out here with another guy? No, you're embarrassing yourself. I'm
like, get out of here.
I have a job. I go to work. I have my own companies. I take care of you. How am I? What do these other guys do for you? Besides degrade you. Your nails are done because of me. Look, y'all. Look, y'all. Y'all see her nails? I got that done for her to go out with another guy.
Done, though. What?
That looks done to me.
It don't to me.
You broke them off. I just got them done last.
Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But it is what it is, though, man. And yeah, you're deciding to put yourself in that predicament. You're deciding to, keep yourself, tied up with that type of individual. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. We're going to dive off into something else here. And let's just check these things out. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out here. And let's see what I want to dive off into next. Maybe right here. All right. Okay. So, men should be homeless. Men should be homeless. To basically, what's going on here is this young lady and the crew or whatever going on with her. You know what I'm saying? They're saying that men should be homeless in order to appreciate life. I mean, So after the majority of men work hard out here, paving the roads, fixing the sewers, doing everything that men do to actually keep society running. These bats out here feel like men should be even more humbled than we already are. So, hey. I'm just saying here. That it's ridiculous, and let's just check this out.
I actually think that men need to toughen up, and I think if men were forced to be homeless, they would
really?
be better men.
Say what?
Because that's what made men manly in the past, was having to build houses and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And stuff. Yeah. That's not what made men manly.
That is not what made men manly. So, like, what the hell is this bat talking about out here? You know what I'm saying? That's what made men manly, was building houses and things like that. And, it's the stupidity for me. If men actually decided to go back to living in the woods and things like that on a mass scale, you women would be up shit creek without a fucking paddle. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But okay though. But okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's go here.
If we just made men be homeless for like a year, I think it would fix a lot of problems.
That would be so good, especially because we don't force men to do military anymore like they used to. They make them homeless for a year. Let's see how they fucking
make them just figure it out.
What? No, they can't be serious.
Oh, they're dead fucking serious. They're dead fucking serious. Hold on, because guess what? Them bitches are what? They're not chose and never will be chose. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep this 100 out here. Not only are men en masse the most homeless people that reside in America already. Statistics show that men are homeless, at a very high rate. Then too, it seems like women are, catching up with being homeless because of their stupidity. So, let's just keep this shit going. Quarters, nickels, and dimes. All right, let's go.
And make them homeless in a country where they don't know the language, and that way they really have to go through something, and then maybe they can like
be appreciative.
Wait, so what if we apply that same logic to women to toughen them up a little bit and give them a good dose of the reality that they actually live in? Take their rights away for a year so they can actually understand how not oppressed they really are in this country. Oh, wait, that probably wouldn't go over very well, would it? No. But then again, hearing stuff like this come out of some women's mouths does make me really appreciate how some can actually perceive women as illogical and irrational.
Hey, it's just the truth. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. Man, this is sad. This is sad that we have women that actually think so horrible about the men that actually keep things running for them. It's like, okay, baby, I don't think you really want a society where you have men being homeless out here. I don't think you really want what you're talking about. Because it seems to me, and it really does seem to me that women in this first world country, or quote unquote what it can be, or whatever, if you want men to give up and say, screw this, we'll let y'all run the power plants. We will let y'all run the other plants that need to be ran to keep society going. We will let y'all be the truck drivers en masse to keep the food in grocery stores that your dumb ass go every day to buy. We'll let y'all sit out here and fucking starve. I don't think you really want that. We will let y'all do this if y'all really want to do this. Men are tired of the hate that is coming from a lot of you women out here in 2023. We're not trying to carry this in 2024. We're tired of these stupid ass manipulation ways that you want to try to play this game out here. We're fucking sick of it. And guess what? Right here. You can be mad all day that you're not chose and you never will be chose. Stop being a fucking Dorito, then maybe somebody will pick up your bag of chips. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. A lot of women need to stop being fucking Doritos out here and start being ladies again. Because I really think that, y'all are not really ready if men actually give the fuck up and be like, screw y'all. I really think that women don't understand, like, to be honest with you, you don't understand that, if men get selfish out here, if men do start to get selfish en masse, and we only give a fuck about what other men want, or we just, start doing things that we need to do for ourselves, which low key is kind of happening. It's kind of happening. Marriages are at an all-time low. Men are no longer accepting these bad deals and things like that. Men are, moving to a certain way to where we're trying to find our peace individually outside of being married. We're no longer trying to sign these state contracts. We're either going overseas, being passport bros, we're being MGTOW, or either we're going CGA style and free agent. But it is what it is though, man. And yeah, let's go here. Let's keep this rotation going. Yeah. So we got a situation here. We got a situation here. So obviously this young lady mother has passed away, and she decided to give the people that showed up to the funeral a piece of her mind. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Let's just see what she told these people from the pulpit. Real talk. Let's just, hey. Ah. It's crazy out here. Watch this.
And half of y'all in this church, she did not mess with, and she did not like. You, I don't even know why you here. Because you didn't mess with her. And on top of that, you talk bad about her. I don't even know why you here. Because you got a lot to say and ain't came and did nothing for her. I'm just waiting for you to say something because I got a Hemi and a Jimmy waiting on you.
Girl, you.
What the fuck? Hey, hold on. Baby girl says she got a Hemi and a Jimmy waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, look. Regardless of how we feel out here, everybody's going through something different. Everybody has a different experience in life. And yeah, obviously, the people that showed up to show their condolences, obviously these motherfuckers was disrespectful individuals while this young lady's mother was alive. Hey, it may be sad, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, stop it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that young lady said she wasn't putting up with the bullshit. She ain't got time, and she's not going to deal with nothing that y'all are talking about. You know what I'm saying? And this is the case. These are some of the things that we need to leave in 2023. You know what I'm saying? Going forth into the future, we definitely as Black people need to do a lot more better amongst each other. But you know what I'm saying? It kind of is what it is, though. I really seriously doubt that it's going to actually happen. But let's go here now. So obviously we have a Chinese gentleman that decided he was going to get with the Black girl now. He's getting with this Black girl out here. And he gonna take her home to meet his dad. Like, hey. He say he done fell for the brown sugar. You know what I'm saying? He trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what that hot girl summer's like. And he gonna take her home to meet the fam. Like, So, let's go here. Let's go here and see what's up. And yeah. Wow.
Chinese boy brought Black girl at home. Dad, unbelievable reaction. 说我说的嘛，这叫嘛玩意儿？
怎么了？走了。
走了。
坐。他们那边就是。
来，我给你拿水吧，你先喝水，咱再说话，行吗？啊。
他们那边就是管妈妈，就比如说我见到他妈妈或者见到什么女性，也得喊妈妈。见到男性就是这个。
这是他们的一种习俗。
对，就是
这样啊。
喊爸爸都喊爸爸，喊妈妈都喊，真是这样。
长知识了，我给你拿水啊，你先坐。
你这上来就叫妈妈叫爸爸，确实难以接受。
Angry. Well, in China we not call like you can call auntie, call uncle, but not mama, 爸爸。
来，艾瑞卡。
你坐吧，不用管他。
这是吧？您不开开。你来。
不用管他。
Yo. Y'all could sit there and play these games all you want to. You know, let's just keep this real, man. You know, black women have a very serious stigma amongst them in society. And you know, so do black men. But you know, the majority of black men can kind of get away with certain things and stuff like that. This father got up and walked out due to the fact that his son decided to bring home a black woman. He got the fuck up and walked out. Now, you know, I know in society that we're living in now, everybody wants to sit around and be like, well, how dare him as a father? Why is he not able to support his child? He wants to marry a black woman. Or he wants to be with a black woman. Things like this, you know, but other cultures have something that we as black people no longer have, you know. And that's actually culture. That's actually, you know, togetherness. You know, now, I mean, let's just be honest here. This Asian father disapproved of the selection that his son was bringing home to their family. You know, that Asian dad said he don't want no ninjas in his bloodline. Like, hey, listen, look. Hold on here. Hold on. Let's go back.
Chinese boy brought black girl at home. Dad, unbelievable reaction.
我说嘛，你说我说的嘛，这叫嘛玩意儿？
Now look at everybody. You know, the daughter, she looking crazy. The son, he looking crazy. The girlfriend over there, she definitely looking crazy out here. You know, for real though.
怎么了？走了。
Now, my question is here. As this man's son, and you grew up with this man your whole life, obviously it seems like, you know what I'm saying, of course he grew up with his father and things like that. He, and of course I didn't see the mother anywhere around, but he grew up with his father, obviously. You're supposed to know what your father actually stand for in life. Now, as his son, obviously you're deciding to, push the button to, move forward. Now, I'm not saying that at the end of the day, he may really genuinely like the young lady, the black girl. She may genuinely like him back. But in certain type of families, in certain cultures and stuff like that, um, when you're marrying interracial and stuff like that, you're gonna have to fight for that. Sometimes you're gonna have to fight for that, and you may be at risk of being outcast from your family because of that. Especially if you grew up in a traditional family within that culture, that race, and things like that. And of course, if you have a father who is a true leader of the family, that's one day going to have to pass the torch down to you to be the leader of said family. If he doesn't want outsiders in his bloodline, then you may have to deal with certain things like this. It just kind of is what it is.
坐坐，他们那边就是，
来，我给你拿水吧，你先喝水，咱再说话，行吗？啊。
他们那边就是我妈妈，就比如说我见到他妈妈或者见到什么女性，也得喊妈妈；见到男性就是这个。
这是他们的一种习俗，
对，就是
这样吗？
喊爸爸都喊爸爸，喊妈妈都喊孙是这样。
长知识了，我给你拿水啊，你先坐。
你这上来就叫妈妈叫爸爸，确实难以接受。
我天哪！ angry. In China, we not call like.
Let's see. In China, okay, call him mom or dad. You can call him uncle or auntie. Okay.
You can call auntie, call uncle, but not mama, papa.
来，挨着看。
你坐吧，不用管他。
这是吧？我拧不开它。来，
不用管他，你坐。
Chinese boy.
Hey, either way it go. Dad was pissed. He ain't want no part of that shit. Real talk. Dad didn't want no part of that shit, man. And that's just the reality of the situation. Dad didn't want no part of that. And these are the things that you may have to deal with if you decide to marry outside your race. You know what I'm saying? And in 2024, I suggest you make the best decisions that you need to make for your family. Depend on what type of family you grew up in and stuff like that. Now, I'm not downing any interracial marriages or dating or anything like that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Listen, look, I love women of all races out here. Like, seriously, though. I really do. But I know how my family is. And at the end of the day, whoever I bring home, long as that woman loves me and respects me, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be fine with it. Not all families work that way. It just is what it is. It just is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And, hey, if your family don't work that way, then you have to decide whether or not you're going to want to actually risk that. But if it's worth it, it just is what it is out here. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And that's the bottom line on that one. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Let's go here and let's see what I got coming up around the joint. You know what I'm saying? Listen, look, man. Listen, look. Okay. Let's go here. And yeah. So we have a young lady here. She's saying basically that, do not give the father of your child his last name if you're not married. But of course I beg a different. And I need everybody to understand and actually take heed to this information. If you are out here, man or woman, and you're deciding to engage in sexual activity, either within a relationship or you out here loosely doing things, it's up to both parties, both sides, to make sure that children do not get produced in this situation. Because one thing here, it seems to me that a lot of you dingbats out there are forgetting that at one point in time in history, uh, women did not sleep around as much as they're sleeping around now. Women were going from their father's home to their husband's home. There was no in between. There was no male friends and all this bullshit that's going on today. There was none of that. None. And the reason why it's really important that the child has the father's last name is for society to keep up with the records. This was the whole purpose behind set marriages and things like that at certain points throughout history, was to keep up with the records with for the bloodline of the family. No bull. But okay, let's just see what this young lady has to say.
This is an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to say it anyway. Do not give your child the father's last name if y'all are not married. And if the child's father is pressing the issue that bad, why y'all not already married?
You're probably not already married, baby, because 9 times out of 10, both of y'all was fucking up. Both of y'all was messing up in the bedroom. Both of y'all did not take the time to think things through. Both of you all did not have the adultness or the self-esteem or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying, to the emotional matureness that it took to really do the thing, do it the right way. Because I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, the chick, she wasn't worried about no child's last name. He wasn't worried about no child's last name in the heat of the damn moment. I guarantee you they weren't worried about none of that shit. Not in the heat of the moment. I guarantee you they wouldn't. So you could sit here all day and try to, justify this and that, but yes, if the blood test does come back, if the DNA test comes back and says that he's the father, yes, you should give that child his last name. Now I know you women out there like to think that the child is actually yours and only yours, which is fucking ridiculous, because it's like, bitch, how the hell you have a child by yourself? I mean, you're not the Virgin Mary, so you didn't miraculously or some miracle just, get pregnant. No, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got stuffed like a fucking turkey on Thanksgiving, and now, 9 months later, here we go. So, it just is what it is, man. It's called being an adult and accepting responsibilities for your fuck ups. And if you don't want to do that, then you're a coward. You're a fucking coward. and that's just reality. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got a few more here, and then we're going to get off into something else. Matter of fact, yeah, never mind. I'm gonna keep going this way. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's go right here, right now. Let's go right here. Obviously, the human robots, you know what I'm saying, are alive and well now. Hey. I suggest y'all get y'all shit together out there because this may be the future. Let's just dive off into this and kind of see what's going on here because this is crazy.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. So now look at this. And now, be honest with you, I can't tell whether these devices that they have on them are real, or are these real humans, or are these actual, robots, or something like that. Like, who knows here? This is getting very serious out here. This is a projection of what we may have to look forward to in the future here. So, all right, let's just keep this check. Let's check this out. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Let's go back. I mean, it's all shades. I could barely tell, what I'm saying, what this writing says, but I could see NYC. So this is somewhere in New York, and we already know New York is a very large city. So it's a lot of things that can actually go on in New York, and a lot of people don't notice it en masse. This is crazy. Now, whether these individuals are, human beings that are actors or actresses, and they're doing this, or whether or not, by some other mean that, they're broadcasting the future here and showing things that are going to be, we never really will know because I just don't have the total information that needs to be had to really figure that out. But from this standpoint here, that would be very dangerous if we do have things like that going on, and yeah. As far as the foolishness that needs to be left in 2023, I don't think that situation right there can actually be left in 2023 because we are moving forward to the future. They are figuring out ways, to create, robotic, fake people and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Elon Musk has already invented a certain type of robot. There are other robots that China has and things like that. It's getting complicated out here. It's getting very real. They are trying to create robots out here. They're working on it. So I suggest we do get ready for the future when we do have robots like this and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Terminator style, or any one of these futuristic movies that we like to watch. and they're showing, robots and stuff like that. It kind of is what it is. So, all right, you know what? Hold on. Let me hit my cup a little bit here. So yeah. Let's go to this one. So yeah, it's right here now. We have a Navy Federal Credit Union. Has been notified of debit card fraud. What I'm saying, by a Atlanta woman has, basically, doing what probably some women do is, trying to spend money that she hadn't earned. So let's just go here. Let's go here.
Allegedly, this woman who is upset with her man goes on Twitter and puts out all of his banking information.
Ooh.
I'm talking checking number, routing number, a bank card, PIN, everything. And Twitter, the scammers go crazy. People are literally paying their rent, paying their car note, door dashing food. They're literally clearing out this man's bank account. And
Wow. Fellas. Now I know this is going to be a little hard to do when you're actually dating someone, or you're in a relationship with someone, is keeping people away from your personal information. I know that's going to be kind of hard to do when you're in a serious relationship with somebody. But, in this new age world where women are feeling the most entitled that women have ever been on the history of this planet, when women are feeling like they could do anything without any type of repercussions to their behavior, their actions, and stuff like that, it's kind of sad to me that women don't understand about being human beings anymore. I mean, so this young lady right here decided to, I guess by this point would be her ex, boyfriend or whatever, and put his personal information out there, social security, bank numbers, things like that, on the internet. And my question to everyone out there, and y'all can put this down in the comments. My question is that if he was to get hold to her in such type of way for doing said things like this, why would he have to go to prison? I mean, like, I'm just trying to wrap my mind around this, because that's what would happen if he had, if he was to do so. And obviously this young man was, in the Navy, the armed forces, or things like that, because he was in the Navy Federal Credit Union, so obviously he had to have ties to the armed forces. But oh my goodness, man, it's like, what are we doing here?
All this woman has to say for all of her alleged crimes is this. You see that? I feel complete. No, sis, the only thing you're about to complete is a jail sentence. A couple of months ago, I did this video on this woman who went viral. She did a get ready with me while I go key my boyfriend's car. Did her makeup, put on a lime green ski mask, and filmed herself scratching up her boyfriend's car. And of course, the next get ready with me was get ready with me while I get ready to go to jail. I know we want to look cool on social media. We want to tell everybody what we're doing. We want everybody to know this is what happens when you mess with me, when you play with my heart. But you're the only one that's going to suffer. Now this raggedy man who was cheating on you or doing whatever it is, he had to have done something. Like this, you don't do all this to an innocent man. He had to have done something.
That's a damn lie. Women fuck up innocent men's lives every damn day. Listen to, hey, hold on here, Jonathan Majors. Like, you know, we caught him running away from the chick on camera in New York. Had a shit ton of cameras catching Jonathan Major actually running away from this bat. But you know what? He still got his balls in the fire. And they convicted him for running away from the bitch. When all the evidence, and then it was a misdemeanor. It shouldn't even went to a jury like that. You know, but you know what though? Just because you was born a man, when you come out of your mother's insides, because you were born a man, you're instantly guilty at that moment. At that exact moment, you come out of your mother's insides because you was born male, you're instantly guilty of everything. So an infant boy, he's guilty of rape because he was born a boy. An infant boy, he's guilty of stealing because he was born a boy. An infant, a baby boy is guilty of mistreating a woman before he even get old enough to date a woman because he was born a boy. Yeah, let that shit soak in right now. Let that shit soak in. Hold on. You know, just because you was born, you know, of the male species, you know, you're instantly guilty of anything. You know, you was born the same day you was born, you was guilty of stealing food out the damn store. Just because you was born a man. Just because you're born a man, you know, you're guilty of mistreating a woman the same day that you're born. The same day that you're born. So, you know, you get a male child that's born tonight. He's already guilty of mistreating some woman just because he was born a male. This is what we're going to here. This is what we're going to. You know, you're guilty just because you was born a male. If that ain't some type of stupid ass gender discrimination, I don't know what the fuck is. It's crazy.
Something. No man is worth all of this. I know she feels good, and when she sleeps at night, she probably smiles thinking about what she did. But girl, you going to jail, honey. You going to jail for
right. Lock her dumb ass up. Lock her dumb ass the fuck up. Yeah. And I suggest my you know, my brothers out there, man, y'all need to take heed to this, man. Like, you know, you're guilty just because you was born a man. Just because you was born, you know, a male. You're guilty of everything. The day that you're born. that exact hour, that exact second, that moment that you come out of your mother's womb, you're already guilty. I guarantee you somewhere they're trying to figure out how to pin crimes on babies that get on male babies that get born a day. Like, I guarantee you they trying to figure that shit out. Well, how can we, because just because you're born a male, you're guilty. So all men are guilty of everything. Everything. The day that they're born, the exact day that you're born, you're guilty. That's what they're trying to get it to. They're trying to figure out how to, accuse infants and toddler, male babies of robbing stores. They're trying to figure this shit out now. Oh well, this 2-year-old boy broke some woman's heart 30 years from now. He's gonna break some woman's heart 30 years from now. So you know what I'm saying? He's guilty. Shit. Damn. It makes no sense. Like, what? It's crazy out here. Man, wow. This is the first time in history that if you're born male, if you're born of the male species, that you're guilty the moment that you've been conceived and that you're born. Like, hey, you're guilty because you were born. And let that shit soak in, man. Let that shit soak in. You are guilty of everything just because you were born a man. You're guilty instantly the moment that you're born. This is what it's trying to get to. Hold on. Hold on here. Let's go here. I'll play that shit back. Let's go here. Let's play this shit back, man.
For this. Allegedly, this woman who is upset with her man goes on Twitter and puts out all of his banking information. I'm talking checking number, routing number, a bank card, PIN, everything. And Twitter, the scammers go crazy. People are literally paying their rent, paying their car note, door dashing food. They're literally clearing out this man's bank account. And all this woman has to say for all of her alleged crimes is this.
Let's stop right here. Now, I guarantee you that this name right here, I guarantee you that, of course, the account probably been closed. Then she got a blue check around this motherfucker. Like, Lord. So, obviously, this bat of a woman, she's so hurt. Her feelings is so hurt. She's so this and that. And regardless of what he did or this and that, whatever, certain things you just pushing a line on. And this is where we come to now, to where we cannot apply the proper discipline to women anymore. Everybody on this planet needs discipline, even the damn women. We can't apply the proper discipline to women anymore. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And you know what I'm saying? We got women out here that would do dumb shit like this. They're doing dumb shit like this just because they can't get their way. And also just because you was born a man. Truth be told out here, the reason why men hold on, because I gotta go back full camera here. The reason why men take this shit and keep going and keep working the jobs, the reason why men take the bullshit off these women and we keep working the jobs, we keep trying to be productive citizens of society. I'm talking about men en masse. The reason why, you know, a wife can leave her husband and he will go to the to the electric plant and keep trying to keep the electricity on for society and stuff like that. The reason why a wife will leave her husband and he keeps being a truck driver and keeps bringing the food to the grocery stores or any one of these stores and things like that, keep dropping off the products. The reason why men keep going, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna be dead honest with you. The reason why we keep going and doing the things that need to be done for society, low key, it ain't for fucking women. It ain't for y'all. We keep doing this shit. We keep going to these jobs. We keep having these careers. We keep doing what we need to do for us because we want to live good too. We want to keep our lights on. We want to keep being able to go to the grocery store and buy the type of food that we want to eat too as men. We want to keep going to these restaurants and eat food. We want to keep buying clothes that we want to keep buying. In the 21st century, men keep doing these things because we want to keep doing these things. It's for us. It's no longer for y'all. That's why them trucks keep rolling. That's why they was rolling throughout the pandemic. That's why grocery stores stay full of food, even though his wife is out here sucking some other man's dick. And he's still paying the mortgage. He's still providing for the children. He doing it for him. Most men don't even know that they're doing it for them, low-key. Subconsciously, men we're doing this for us. That's the reason why society keeps going. That's the reason why the roads keep getting paved. Subconsciously, we're doing this for us. And what we think, and who we think we love, and stuff like that. But the big picture, subconsciously, we doing this shit for us. I'm just keeping it fucking real out here. So, you know, yeah. Go suck that other man's dick. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? While y'all trying to take, you know what I'm saying, these men to court and do all that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is out here. It is what it is. It is what it is, though. Subconsciously, yeah. We doing what we need to do for us, man. We're doing what we need to do for us. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? Here we go. And we're going to dive off into this one. It's always quarters, nickels, and dimes. And yeah, here we go.
Even the ugly guys have options. We always go for the guys that make it hard for us or make us feel like we're asking for too much. We always go for the type of guys, and I think it's a weird internal thing where it's like, if I fight for this guy, that means I'm worthy. When there's a nice guy that's actually being nice to you, making you feel nice, it's like, oh, why are you being nice to me for? But why are we angry at guys being nice?
Why you reading me for fail?
No, because I tell you why, because I've done that. But I think as women, we need to learn to not think that nice treatment is corny. Like, how are you upset that a guy's texting you good morning?
I mean, if he's paying, yeah.
But this is the thing, like, more times I've dated ugly guys but I'm still pining after you because you're making me feel like, you know, I
like
need
the number one.
Yeah, or like you're the prize almost type of thing. And if I manage to lock you down, I think a lot of women, that's why we all go for the quote unquote high value men, because it's like, if I lock you down, I must be great. Even the ugly.
Stop it. Let's just cut this shit out right now. Now, y'all saw that bat right there. Both them bats. Y'all saw both of them. What the hell is she talking about? Going for the ugly guy. Hold on. Hold on. Do you seriously see this chick right here? Do you seriously see this chick? This bitch right here thinks she's Halle Berry. This chick actually thinks she's Beyonce. Are you kidding me? But she did say some things that were actually valid for the way that women think nowadays. And we're going to go back and we're going to actually this out. Let's go.
Ugly guys have options. We always go.
Ugly men have options. Okay.
Go for the guys that make it hard for us or make us feel like we're asking for too much. We always go for the type of guys, and I think it's a weird internal thing where it's like, if I fight for this guy, that means I'm worthy. When there's a nice guy that's actually being nice to you, making you feel nice, it's like, oh, why are you being nice to me for? But why are we angry at guys being nice?
Why you reading me for Phil?
No, because I tell you why, because I've done that. But I think as women, we need to learn to not think that nice treatment is corny. Like, how are you upset that a guy's texting you good morning?
I mean, if he's paying, yeah.
But
if he's paying, yeah. Hold on. If he's paying, yeah. But regardless of how much makeup this bat right here has on, you know, you can still see the pimples coming through her damn face. And you think you're all that? What the fuck is she talking about? If you're paying what? Paying to say good morning to your dumb ass? You lucky some man somewhere on this planet decided to tell you good morning, ho. The hell you talking about? Man, we gotta stop this shit. This is some of the shit that needs to be left in 2023. Real talk. Real talk. This shit is stupid.
But this is the thing. Like, more times I've dated ugly guys.
I mean, look at her. She dated ugly guys. You dated ugly guys? Bitch, you look like you smoke 40 pack of cigarettes a second. What the hell are you talking about? You look manly, ho. It's crazy out here. This is crazy. In today's society, we have average, regular, bucket-ass broads talk about they dated ugly men and, you know, this and that. Like, what are you talking about? Baby, Victoria's Secret ain't coming for you. They ain't coming for you. They don't want you to model their shit. What the hell is these bras talking about out here? This is the shit that need to be left in 2023. Y'all simp ass niggas out there. Y'all need to stop boosting these types of broads' heads up. This is ridiculous. That these two bats These two bats are sitting here on the internet talk about dating ugly men when she looked like she could drink a whole bottle of fucking Hennessy alone by herself. This chick right here looks like, you know what I'm saying, she smoked more weed than there is grass on the damn ground. It's like, what y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? Y'all both are average fucking broads. Oh, you to put on a few fake ass eyelashes that your mother and father both didn't give you. I guarantee you probably don't even know your damn father. Real talk. It's
yeah. But this is the thing. Like, more times I've dated ugly guys.
Look at her.
But I'm still pining after you because you're making me feel like, you know, I
like
need
the number one.
Yeah, all like you're the prize almost type of thing. And if I manage to lock you down, I think a lot of women, that's why we all go for the quote unquote high value men, because it's like, if I lock you down, I must be great. Even the ugly guys have
Yeah, this is it. This is it right here. This is it in the 21st century. This is it. We even got women like this that are sitting here talking about she's dated ugly guys. I mean, you know, like seriously, take a look at this young lady. Take a look at her. She's average by any means on this planet. But you think because you think just because you have a menstrual cycle, you bleed once a month, that you have the right to judge somebody, you know, on their looks. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? Listen, look, baby. Listen, look. I don't know what the fuck this broad or these chicks think they see in the damn mirror every goddamn day. But if any of my older subscribers out there, if y'all know about this is the old school Tales from the Crypt. If y'all know about Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Crypt. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous that women are sitting around here thinking that there's something that they're not. It's like, baby, you know what I'm saying? You one car crash away from super being deformed. You know, it ain't like you got that much of a chance right now. You know, and you know, well, that's why we go for a high status men or this and that. Hold on. Yeah, hold on.
options. We always go for the guys that make it hard for us or make us feel like we're asking for too much. We always go for the type of guys, and I think it's a weird internal thing where it's like, if I fight for this guy, that means I'm worthy. When there's a nice guy that's actually being nice to you, making you feel nice, it's like, oh, why are you being nice to me for? But why are we angry at guys being nice?
Why you reading me for Phil?
No, because I tell you why, because I've done that. But I think as women, we need to learn to not think that nice treatment is corny. Like how?
And yeah, y'all definitely do. Women definitely need to learn that, you know what I'm saying, good treatment is not corny. But, you know, in today's society, the majority of women are so broken till when people do actually try to respect them and try to treat them, you know, like decent human beings, they can't comprehend that. They can't comprehend that. Here we go.
How are you upset that a guy's texting you good morning?
I mean, if he's paying, yeah.
But this is the thing, like, more times I've dated ugly guys, but I'm still pining after you because you're making me feel like, you know, I
like
need
the number one.
Yeah, or like you're the prize almost type of thing. And if I manage to lock you down, I think a lot of women, that's why we all go for the quote unquote high value men.
That's why they go for the high value man. What man making $1 million a second going? What man making $1 million a damn second gonna, you know, lock her down? Obviously, you know, she hadn't found them yet. Let's, you know. Well, it's like how you know she hadn't found, you know, a millionaire man to be with, because the way that she's talking. And she's not saying that she has. Now, you know what I'm saying? Women like to boast and brag in the 21st century very loudly. So she would say if she had some super handsome millionaire man that was courting her or in a relationship with her, or, you know, married, trying to marry her or something like that, she would say that shit. She would let you know that she got that type of man on her arm. You know, talking about she's dated ugly men. Oh, Lord. You know what? And I'm just going to be real with it. I've had a light bill come in the mail that's more sexier than she is. Real talk, let's just go there. I've had a light bill come in the mail that's more sexier than her. Real talk. This shit is crazy out here. Man, it's getting overwhelmingly ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But you know what? This is the world that we live in. This is the world that we're living in. Real talk. So, okay, we're about to go here now. You know what I'm saying? We're about to go to Melanie King page. Shout out to her. And she's got Jordan Peterson. And, you know, we're going to be talking about, you know what I'm saying, the narcissistic situation that we're living in this dating market. And yeah, you know, if you don't know who Jordan Peterson is, you know, he's a very accomplished man. Yes, he does have his own issues in his personal life, as far as his family and things like that, though. But he's still an accomplished man, and you know, who doesn't have issues in their family? But it is what it is, though, and we're about to dive off into this. Of course, quarters, nickels, and dimes are always in on the times.
Right. Well, and that's narcissistic exploitation on the part of the females with antisocial personality traits, and often, what would you say, aided and abetted by quasi-psychopathic pimps, electronic pimps. And, you know, those OnlyFans women, that you made a very good point there, those are actually androids, right? Because they're not women. Now, you might say, what the hell are you talking about, Dr. Peterson? Obviously, they're women. It's like, no, they're not. They're machine women hybrids. And the machine is the technology that can broadcast their image to millions of people. Right. So you're not a woman anymore if you're in 1 million men's bedrooms at the same time. You're a woman-machine hybrid.
Hey. And I can kind of see where he's coming from with that. You know, being a woman that's on social media, being, you know, you're broadcasting yourself for millions of men to lust after you, to, you know, drool over you, and, you know, all these types of things. You are a tool in the machine, the lust machine, which basically is part of the internet now. Most women are a tool for the lust machine of the internet, and it just is what it is out here.
That I use in the book to describe this exact phenomenon, where you on the one hand have hypersexual public life. You can walk down any street and see women in lingerie on posters or watch TV, and there's very explicit sex scenes, etc. So on the one hand, we've had this amazing ramping up of sexuality in public life. But on the other hand, exactly as you say, we have what's sometimes called the sex recession, the fact that people are having sex later, less frequently. I think what's happening generally is people are having probably more casual sex, but they're having sex less frequently. So when they are having sex, it's more likely to be casual, but they're not forming these long-standing relationships. And the term that I use in the book is cultural death grip syndrome, taken from the quasi-medical term death grip syndrome, which is used by compulsive porn users to describe the physical experience of impotence when you use too much porn. You get to the point where you actually can't be aroused either physically or psychologically in real life because you use so much porn. And I think cultural death grip syndrome is the counterpart to that, where...
But my question is here, and if that's the case, then yeah, I mean, I do agree. Too much of anything is a problem. I mean, you can die if you drink too much water. But water is also good for you. So it's like, yeah, it's a balance that needs to be had. And I definitely agree with that part. But the thing of it is that if men are, coming from her point, her aspect, if men are engaging in too much online sexual activity or, things like that, watching too much porn, because, I'm saying, to be honest with you, the majority of porn is geared towards men. So, if men are engaging in these things at such a mass, overwhelming level, who are they watching? I mean, it's the women. Like, so how about y'all, how about you other women start telling these women to stop selling so much of this, astrophere. Like, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It's like the company Coca-Cola putting out a statement saying that if you drink too much Coca-Cola, it will cause this and that and such and such. But the company Coca-Cola thrives off the fact that they selling Coca-Cola. Like, it's like, what are we talking about here? You women are out here in the 21st century selling sex on mass every day on these apps. Instagram, all this and that. Then, though, too, you have other women come out talking about, well, men, if they wasn't watching this so much and they wasn't doing this so much, what are you talking about? When half the time you could get on the internet, you're not even searching for certain things, and it just pops the fuck up. Like, what are we talking about? How about y'all put some damn clothes on?
On the one hand, we have this astounding availability of sexual stimuli at the click of a button at any moment. Anything that you can imagine is available on the internet immediately. And that seems to be...
My bad, here we go.
To actually seek out meaningful sexual relationships, which in the long term are vastly better for us in every possible way. But we have a culture enabled by technology, which is very, very short term in every way. So people are channeled towards that kind of immediate relief.
Hey guys, it's your girl Melanie, and I found this clip on Jordan Peterson's channel, and this is Louise Perry. She talks a lot about the sexual revolution and really studies sexual behavior. in people. But one of the things they say is that people are having less sex, but they're having more casual sex. We've got to remove a word here and exchange it for something else. People are not having more sex. Women are having more casual sex. Men are more sexless. Let me make that clear. It's not people who are.
Pay attention, because the stats are out here. The mass amount of women are only having actual sex with a certain group of men until a certain age. Then after that certain age, then they want to try to go back to the mating board and then pick a different type of guy to deal with. And then once they do set things, they'll have sex with set guy for a certain period of time, and then they would cut him off from the sex, which technically leaves that guy sexless, and then expecting this man to, be married to her the rest of his life. But I definitely can understand why she would cut the guy off from having sex. Because for one, of course, she never was sexually attracted to him in the first place. Then two, by that point, she's probably had sex with so many different men throughout these years and stuff like that. She's tired of sex by now. She's tired. The cat has been worn out. She doesn't have any more sexual energy to give anybody else. She had just enough sexual energy left to try to capture a decent dude that's going to be able to pay for her for her the rest of her life, so she can grow old and decrepit. She had just enough sexual energy left to capture him, so she can like I said, grow old and decrepit on his dime. Real talk. So I mean, that's what it is.
We're doing this. The vast majority of men right now are sexless. The men who are having sex with the vast majority of women are Chad and Tyrone. Chadrone. So we've got to dial this back and stop using these broad labels, because women are clamoring to have sex and give it up easily to a small percentage of men.
Right.
The men that they are sexually aroused by, the men that they consider to be, over 6 feet, making over six figures, have a six-pack, and have a perceived higher sexual marketplace value. When the average man, and even above average man, that's not happening for them. So they talk about how men are using porn and all these other things. It is usually the only way that the majority of men today can actually get any type of sexual gratification, or that's the only options that they have, because women have become to the place where they're so overly sexualized by this fantasy of Chadrone, and anything less than Chadrone is beneath them. So they would rather hold out for Chadrone to be a friends with benefit, to just skeet and skirt, to knock them down. They'd rather be a jump off to him than to be in a committed relationship with a good man that could be a good husband and father. Because why? Because women have embraced this sexual freedom, and they feel as though it's their right now. Feminism has told women it's your right now to do with your body as you please, and to only get the best, and only these men who meet your standards are the ones that should get it. These aren't men that meet their standards. When women say, "Oh, I want a man who's loyal, who's kind, who has integrity, he has all that." A man can have all of those qualities, and a woman will overlook him.
To be free and flexible and creative was really.
Hold on.
Of Chadrone. for the opportunity to be a bed wench to Chad Roan, to be a prostitute for the evening for Chad Roan. And then they get on TikTok and other places and cry about it. So we've really got to boil this down and be honest about it. It is women that have destroyed the sexual marketplace, have destroyed dating and relationships. It's women who are able to get sex as often and as freely as they want to. But men, the majority of men, that is not their reality.
And that's just the case. That's just the case. And it is what it is out here. You know, and unless most of the men decide to sleep with the super scum buckets of chicks out here. I mean, it just is what it is.
And I just want to make that clear because I like Louise Perry's work, but we've got to quantify this so that we're not getting any there's no delusion here on what's going on. And everything I just said, the numbers prove this out. The data proves this out, from dating apps to sexual scientists and social scientists. All of this data shows this. Women between 18 and 30, there is a dramatic increase of men in that age range who are actually virgins. Where in that same age range, the number of sexual partners from 18 to 30 that a woman has had, it has gone up. It has gone up so dramatically. And I am going to do a video where I pull out all these studies so you guys can actually have this data in front of you. But so again, men are going more sexless. Women are having more sex and driving, the sexual marketplace. And they're the ones that's creating this lopsided effect that ends up making them miserable because they.
Right. And that's just the truth of the situation right here. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a moment. You know what I'm saying? I need to do something real quick. Hold on a moment. What's good? Sorry about that. I had to clear up a few things real quick. But yeah, let's dive back off into it. And here we go.
They end up getting alpha widowed by Chad Rohn and blaming all men for it. But let's continue.
I think the rule is something like unearned surfeit turns into revulsion. Right? It's too much of a good thing means that it's no longer a good thing. And that, and that goes along with an idea too, that there's something like optimal deprivation, right? I mean, look, let's say you've just had a big banquet and someone sits you down and says, well, now you have to eat 5 pounds of dessert. It's like, first of all, that's not going to be a very attractive proposition. And second of all, it might actually make you ill, is that everything has to be in proper proportion. And one of the things we really haven't contended with at all in our society is how much desperation is necessary on the sexual front to drive young men and young women together. And the answer is not zero. And the problem with pornography, one of many problems, is that it drives desperation on the male front down to zero. Now, I know perfectly well from my clinical experience that the standard state of most young men, especially under 20, let's say, is pretty much terror in the face of a woman who they're very attracted to. And the reason for that is that, well, there's all sorts of reasons, but the primary reason is the probability that any given male, even one who's very attractive, let's say in multiple ways, is going to be rejected by any given female, especially a high value female who has a lot of people attracted to her, is extremely high. So there are classic psychological experiments showing this. If you send attractive undergraduates out to talk to other undergraduates to offer sexual access, say, well, would you be willing to have coffee with me? Would you be willing to give me your phone number? Would you be willing to come back to my apartment? If the girls offer that, then whoever they're offering that to on the male front will take them up on their offer. But if the boys offer that, even when they're attractive, the probability that their advances will be rejected is extremely high. And
that's the truth. That's the truth. And then, and also in today's society, you want to add on the factor of what the Me Too movement has started, with a lot of things, and that women can, accuse a man of, accuse a man of certain things, and he can go to jail for, even if she break a damn nail, he can go to jail. Oh well, we were sitting around my apartment, and having coffee, and she broke a nail, and all of a sudden he brought up on charges for this bitch breaking a nail while they were sitting there drinking coffee. I mean, it just is what it is, man. It just is what it is. Now he's doing, 5 years in prison because she was, at his apartment drinking coffee and broke a damn nail, and now it's fucking abuse. I mean, like.
Young men face the uncomfortable situation where even if they're competent and will turn eventually into useful men, which isn't the status of most very young men, the probability that they'll be rejected is extremely high. And then it's also the case that there's little that's more psychologically impactful than such rejection, especially if it's undertaken by someone to whom there's a genuine attraction. So that means that boys are paralyzed into terror. I think that's not too exaggerated a term, by the mere fact of attractive women. And so, they slough that off and they make derogating jokes and so forth to try to get over that, but doesn't change the basic reality. And that also means that a certain percentage of males, and it's not low, really, it could easily be.
Over 1 million people have put
30% are just paralyzed into utter stasis by the possibility of rejection, especially because they haven't been fortified against it with their dependency-inducing upbringing, unless they're driven forward by a certain amount of desperation, some of which needs to be sexual, they're never going to break through that barrier. And so then they can satisfy themselves momentarily with pornography, and then that turns into that host of problems you already described. Is now they're training themselves, maybe right from puberty, to be impotent cuckold voyeurs, essentially. So that's not good training. Then they're training themselves to view women as targets of short-term gratification. So that's like training in psychopathy. And then they're also interfering with their ability to establish a relationship and also to perform sexually in a real environment. So all that seems like, like a 5-dimensional catastrophe. And that's going to get a lot worse in the next year, by the way, because we haven't seen anything on the pornography front compared to what's going to be coming down with the advent of AI. Because now what's going to happen,
pay attention. Pay attention. That damn AI is going to be a deeper depth of craziness than we even know. It's going to be a much more huger problem, not just for men, but it's going to be a huge problem for women as well. For human women, AI is going to be a huge problem. It's going to be a huge problem out here. Y'all sitting around here thinking that as women, y'all having a hard time out here now. That AI is going to be very dangerous. Seriously.
Soon is that this is already underway. So imagine a sign-up service where you can talk to a very attractive young woman. And she's a AI, right? So she can be as attractive as you want her to be and tuned exactly to your preferences. Okay, so now there's already a service offering this, by the way. So now you have a friend, and that friend can keep track of your conversations. And especially if you're lonesome and isolated, that might be the best friend you've ever had, and certainly the most attractive person you've ever talked to. Now, it's not real, but men are pretty damn visual. So it's got a long ways towards real. And then, for your subscription fee, you can talk to the woman nude, and then the whole avenue of sexual display is open to you. And so God only knows what that's going to do.
Yes, it's sex.
And I want to add, this is where this conundrum it really lies. It all goes back to sexual liberation and really throwing away of tradition that feminism has done in the West. And it has made women narcissistic, delusional, sex crazed, angry, anti-feminine. Even though they're feminists, they're not feminine. They don't understand men. They don't want to understand men. They feel like men should understand them. Men should come towards them. Men should acquiesce to what they feel and what they think and how they are. So we already have what is a normal dynamic of a young man who is apprehensive of approaching, attractive women, because women have the choice, especially young, in picking which partner. And the rate of rejection, even a guy who's good looking, but maybe he doesn't have a certain status, maybe he's not a certain height, but he's in competition with so many other young men who maybe that guy's an inch taller, maybe that guy has a better position on a football team or whatever. Women's hypergamy, but we're talking about young women. Young women's hypergamy also direct which direction where they're going to allow a man to have them sexually. So a lot of men, after facing that rejection and after knowing that this is, after so many times of that, or even the fear of that happening, they would rather not put themselves out there and looking for alternatives in order to get sexual gratification where they don't have to have this fear or this rejection. And this is why you see so many men engaging in OnlyFans or wanting to do, I guess they do the private chats and the request, and they have this virtual girlfriend. And then of course with AI, I forget what's the name of the movie, but with Joaquin Phoenix, where he had a AI girlfriend, and I actually cried a little bit in that movie. Be quiet. Don't make fun of me. But I could see how a man that society has not, not society, but that women have deemed not worthy of sexual interaction or to have a relationship, what else are they supposed to do? And then this is the other point. Even let's say a man is able to get a woman, right? Able to get a girl. What is the prize? What is the prize with a Western woman? What, he's going to get a relationship with her feminist ideals, with her, not understanding men, not valuing men unless they come with a certain amount of money or status. And even those men get cast to the side at some point once the woman gets enough resources and has children and can lock him down and take him to divorce court. Where they're in a marriage where the woman is constantly dissatisfied and he has to live in fear that she's going to leave him and take his children, take his resources that he's worked hard for, or he's just miserable having to be a cuckold in a marriage. A lot of husbands are cuckolds. They've had to become that because the women, it's not a give and take in the relationship. The woman feels as though she's entitled to this really fantasy lifestyle that has been promoted on social media. So they want to criticize.
And that's just the truth. That's just the truth. That goes back to the old school song. It was an old school song. Cheaper to keep her. Cheaper to keep her. And in today's society, if you're a man that has built yourself up to a certain economic status and things like that, or you have certain resources that, of course, if you choose the wrong woman, or well, at this point, it's not even about choosing the wrong woman. It just seems like the wrong women are just out here. But that's neither here nor there. But if you happen to get with the wrong chick, it's like she would take you for all those resources and things that you worked hard to build. And it's like, what are we doing here? Who wants to go through all this to have things taken away from you, and then you have to restart building again? Like, who wants to do that?
Or say, not them, but I'm saying in general, people want to criticize AI girlfriends and men doing this, that, and the other. Or what are the options? And again, even if the young man is able to get that girl, like she has high body count. She's been ran through. She can't pair bond. Right. Because she's been ran through by so many Chads and Tyrones. Chadrone. That's the Chadrone voice. I'm Chadrone. Hey, girls. And even if she gets with a guy that she considers dating down or lesser than Chadrone, she's going to be perpetually dissatisfied. That man has to jump through higher and higher hoops to make her happy. He can't really live a fulfilling life. He's not really getting anything reciprocal. And so, the other option, that's why a lot of men are now doing passport bros. They're going to places where this Western feminism hasn't indoctrinated the women there. So we're in an extreme crisis, and it's all been created by women throwing away tradition, not valuing men, and becoming narcissistic feminists who believe they're entitled to everything. And then also the sexual revolution, which says my body, my choice. I do what I want with it, but there's consequences to it. Right. And even though it's their body, their choice, a lot of them are choosing to gratify men online. So it's a circle jerk, but it all boils down to feminism and the sexual liberation, sexual revolution, which I'm going to be doing a live soon with Louise Perry here. She's one of them that's going to be on this debate that I'm going to do a live on. And one of the people that's actually on the debate as well is Grimes, which is one of Elon Musk's baby mama. So that should be very interesting. Look forward to that, guy.
Robots are the next step, where you have a
well, and then the integration of those two things. Yeah, that'll be great. That'll really get us going.
You end up in a situation where young men can feel as if They are.
Yeah, it's crazy out here. It's crazy.
Life, right, with their sex robot who's giving them all the cues that suggest fitness. But in fact, they don't need to wash, they don't need to have a job, they don't need to do anything productive with their lives because the sex robot doesn't care. OnlyFans, I think, is a step along this path because what OnlyFans offers is not just pornography. It offers a parasocial relationship. It gives the impression to customers that this woman cares about them, remembers his birthday, remembers his children.
Hold on, before she continues, I didn't say OnlyFans is like the modern day brothel without actually being able to sexually engage. Society.
Hey. Now, it was a lot that just got said at that very second. It's like the modern day brothel without actually being able to engage in physical activity with said woman, which is ridiculous to me. It's like, why am I going to release any type of funds to an individual when I can't get anything from it? I'm not getting any physical thing from it. That's like going to a grocery store, buying groceries that you can't take home. Listen, look. It just is what it is. Men, you have to understand what you're doing out here too as well. You're getting into a certain side of your lust, and I get it. I understand, for certain demographics of men who can't actually maneuver in certain ways with women and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I just said, man, you're not going to go to a grocery store, buy groceries, and can't take them home and eat them. You're not going to do that.
These have always had brothels. They've always had ladies of the night. And those societies still flourished. There were still marriage. There were still families being built, right? Because, ladies of the night, it was seen as a scourge. It wasn't promoted. It wasn't accepted widely in society. So there was also a desire for young women to become wives and not see that as an alternative in life to make money and things. So that's the issue now, is that women are looking, because of the sexual liberation, they're free to do this in the media and social media, and society, congratulates it, rather than it just being in a dark corner somewhere. It is now a whole industry.
Right.
And so women are driving that as well. And so that is where the decay comes, where these parasexual relationships have become normalized, and brothels and ladies of the night they were a service. They were part of a service that was needed for young men, because men without some type of sexual gratification, listen, they become, that testosterone builds up, and you're going to have a lot of angry young men walking around, a lot of wars, all types of things will get started if a man does not have a place to put his sexual desires.
What did she just say? What did she just say? You will have wars out here if the mass majority of men don't have the gratification that they need to have sexually. Listen, look. Now, you can say what you want. You can sit there and say what you want or whatever. But the truth is the truth. And if we keep going down this path, which I think we are, y'all about to find out in the future here. And it's going to be a lot of women that's not going to like this future.
Even though they tell men they're wrong for having sexual desires, even though that women will say men are pigs and they just want sex, but yet at the same time they say don't shame sex workers and don't do this. It's a lot of hypocrisy, and It's a lot of things to unpack and dissect and comb through. And this is why I said on this channel, I want to go deeper into what is going on. And if you have children or you care about the next generations, it's going to be a mess. It is falling apart right now.
Right.
And anything you're experiencing now as a man, right now in the dating world, just think of how much worse it's going to be for the young men in 10 years, 20 years, where all of this is normalized. And so we've got to start looking for solutions and answers, but we will never get to a solution and answers as long as Western society sees it as okay and glamorizes and celebrates women being regular women, being the same as ladies in the nights, modern day prostitutes in their dating behavior, and only choosing the lords and kings in order to lay with. They're not choosing the baker and the what is it, the shoehorn guy? I don't know, the horseman, whatever, the guy who runs the stable.
And to chime in after Melanie here with what she's saying, basically what it breaks down to is that most women want to go out here and choose the guy that they think is top tier, now. Not to say that he is top tier, okay? Because you can have all the money in the world and you still a piece of shit of a man. Real talk. Money don't make you. Men make money. Money don't make the man. So you could be a piece of shit of a person and have all the money in the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's what women don't understand nowadays. You know what I'm saying? They're too busy wrapped up trying to gain resources because they want to live a certain type of way. And this goes all the way down to, the basic average chick that even fucking work at Walmart. She feels like, well, I need some millionaire man to come get me so I could be a housewife. Like, there's only been a certain period in history where you had actual housewives. That may have been from like the late 1940s through the maybe early 1970s on this planet. It was throughout history. If you go back throughout history, there's never been a such thing as a fucking housewife. All you motherfucking women used to work. If we want to go back in history, all women worked. You did something. You wasn't sitting your ass at the house eating fucking chocolate chip cookies all fucking day, talking about my husband got this big ass ring on my finger. I just sit at the house all damn day. Women and men worked on this planet. That goes to what Kevin Samuels used to say. Men have built the world up to get to such a degree till we got these snot-nosed ass broads out here thinking that, well, I just want to sit around the house all day. Oh, it's so hard taking care of the kids. What you talking about? Y'all have the most technology and the most helpful things for you to do things in life. Think about the chick, 200-300 years ago that didn't have the washer machine or the what's that little vacuum cleaner, the Roby, whatever the fuck it's called, that goes around your house, then mapped out your house and it can vacuum for you. Or you get online and pick out your groceries, and all you got to do is pull up in your car and sit your fat ass in the damn car, and motherfucking hard ass working people come drop your groceries off in your fucking trunk. My thing is real talk, and I'm just gonna be honest here. Real talk. The reason why a lot of these women are so fucking depressed and miserable and stupid out here nowadays is because we as men are not putting these bitches to work. Make them go do some work. They sit around all day not doing nothing. on a mass scale. I ain't, yeah, well, we go to college, I got PhDs and all this. Okay, who cares about your PhD? Because you went to some white man's college and he told you that you was fucking smart and signed his name on a piece of paper saying that you fucking smart. What the hell you talking about, man? Now you want $100,000 in damn debt for a damn degree that you barely gonna even use in the future. Make that shit make sense, man. Now that's why most women run around here screaming that a man gotta make, $100,000 a second or a year or some dumbass shit like that. Cause yeah, she looking at this dude like, yeah, I need help paying off this student loans and all that type of shit. Cause you went to college to get some dumbass degree that you barely even fucking use. And the data's out there. A lot of these women are not even using the degrees that they go to college for. The fuck you talking about? So you went to college, spent all these thousands of dollars, and you can't even use the degree that you went to college for. You know what I'm saying? It's the greed. It's the greed that we're living with on this planet with these women. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and say it's just necessarily all women's fault. Men that created some of this greed too. We've created some of this greed. Also, by the way that we treat women. Oh, you my baby. I'ma always love you. Please be my Valentine. You going out, buying these chicks all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Some men out here going out their way to get things for women that's not even their damn wife. You setting a certain bar for a chick's mental stability that's not even your wife, bruh. It's like I tell cats close to me all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's like, dude, they, come at me is like, man, I just wouldn't spend this type of money on this chick and this and that. I'm like, why you spending that type of money, bruh? That's not your wife. At least men need to start understanding the difference between when you're just out here dealing with chicks versus your wife. Certain things you save for your wife. And even when you saving it for your wife, she needs to be married to you at least 5 to 10 years plus before you start buying strategic big ass shit for her ass. And I'm dead serious on that. The broad needs to be at least married to you for 10 years before you start buying big gifts for her. I'm dead serious about that. She needs to earn that right for you to buy all the super gifts and shit. I'm not finna buy a chick $30,000 worth of nothing. We ain't been married for 2 years. What the hell you talking about? You ain't earned shit in 2 years. You ain't earned nothing in 2 years. You need to start having motherfucking pride for yourself out there as a man. Ain't no woman earned nothing in 2 years of being with you. Talking about being married. She ain't earned nothing yet. Talk to me in 10 years. At least 10. At least get a good 10 out of her, if you can. You know what I'm saying? Man. Yeah. Sometimes we as men, we cause some of these problems. Some of them. To a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? But also, in today's society, yeah, women have carried this delusion to a astronomical level. now. You know what I'm saying? And they think that they're old things just because they were born a woman. Just like how I said earlier in the live, you know, men are convicted, you know, for crimes the moment that they're born a man. You know what I'm saying? In on this planet. You know, and women have carried this too damn far. You know, and that's the reason why we have all these situations where men are going overseas, or they're going monk, or they're going MGTOW, or they're going free agent lifestyle. Shout out to the coach, CGA. Yeah. No bull. No bull. You know what I'm saying? Men are waking up now. We're no longer the sleeping giants that we used to, the sleeping gentle giants that we used to be. It's not happening anymore. And the further we leap into the future, the more women are going to see. That's the reason why the statistics are basically trying to show that, you know what I'm saying, by I think it's 2035 or 2034, something like that. But in the future, women are allegedly going to be single and childless. And we got to think about this. We got to think about how serious of a problem that is. Single women in the future are going to be allegedly, are supposed to be, you know, predicted to be single and childless. You know, where are the human beings going to come from to keep the population going? Is society going to crash? Because without humans being born, there's no society. So, I mean, and this is allegedly now that by a certain time in the future, 20, 30 something, that women are going to be single and childless. So if that's the case, then that means there's not even going to be any more baby mamas. Shit. So if there's not going to be any more baby mamas, that means the welfare system is going to crash like a motherfucker, because, you know, women can't get any money off the welfare system if they don't have children. That's the only reason why the welfare system will give women money, is because they have the child. If we are going into the future and women are predicted to be single and childless in the future, that means the welfare system is going to crash. Because the government is not just going to give some single broad money just because she exists. The government don't work that way. Now, you know, individual men do dumb shit like that. You know, give women that don't deserve money. You know, men do dumb shit like that individually. But the government is not going to give a single woman with no children. The government ain't going to give that broad no money. She going to be out there fucked up. Shit, man, stop it. We got to stop this shit out here, man. We got to stop this. But, you know, it kind of is what it is. You know? And, yeah. It's crazy out here, you know what I'm saying? And the more that women dive off into their delusional state as women and think that they deserve all this unnecessary shit, you know, the worse it's going to get. You know, every civilization comes to a point to where it's going to crash. My issue is that this civilization is going to crash earlier than what it really should. At least the civilizations of the past lasted thousands of years before they crashed. This civilization haven't even been around 1,000 years yet, and it's already about to crash. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But it is what it is, though, man. And hey, though, you know what I'm saying? Mad love to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I thank y'all for tuning in. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure on the playback, you know what I'm saying, you leave comments. You know, show me some love out there. And, you know what I'm saying, let me know what you think. And, you know, yeah, it is what it is, though, man. It is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? Mad love to all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you know, you have a good Christmas and doing your thing, taking care of your family and stuff. And you know what? Like I always say, that, my friends, is the bottom line.
We'll talk about that some other time.
No, I want to talk about it now.
Fred,
another reason
Fred, I said we'll talk about that some other time.
You don't tell me what I can talk about. You don't tell me what I can talk about in my own house.
Don't you point your finger at my nose, Fred Sanford.
I'll point my finger at your nose and I'll point my foot somewhere else.
Katie, what are you doing? And she's like, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do.
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?